Alright, everybody, hello and good evening. Apologies for the late start. It's like an hour late. My laptop froze while I was setting up, so I had to start all over again. It took forever. Anyways, am I coming through okay? Alright, sweet. Let's make sure everything is properly synced up. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. First, okay. I think this one was set at 12. Let's put it at 14. All right, how's this? A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right. So yeah, hopefully it won't take that long. We're just gonna try and finish up Turnabout Samurai. I think this is the last day we can be able to investigate / have our trial. So hopefully this is the end, or at least for this episode. And hopefully I remembered all the voices I gave everybody. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer wasn't wearing the costume? Yeah. Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? Well, that's what we have to find out. What happened to the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? So she has, like, no recollection of what happens when Mia's taken over. It's either her or Mia. Okay. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's... Oh, there that answers my question right there. I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP Powers, right. What's on a court record? Okay, so, yeah, we still got that picture. The autopsy for Jack, diagram of the spear, monkey's head, scrapbook from what's his name, Cody, and his camera. Oh, what voice did I give this guy? Mr. Wright, you did everything. You did very well again today. Thank you. Thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. There's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please. There is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. Uh-oh. Is he on the hush-hush too? I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows his name's Sal Manila. He's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. Was he a big star back in the day? He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to the sequel, Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. The plot thickens. Okay. Just go ahead to the studio. Miss Old Bag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Way to break the silence there. Old Bag just howls into the sky like that. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard stand if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive! I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being oh. Maya, sweet girl. If you only know. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you dragged the star down from the sky and stomped on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume just so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. I'm just gonna go. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can see them film later. I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah! No, no, no! No touching! Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Well, I guess it can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So, you're looking for traces of sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back for the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? There are traces that'll change color. Wow, neat. How neat is that? Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. You can tell it's a murder because of the way it is. The food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Sleeping pills and a large bone. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I'd hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I'd buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room, and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah. Crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened to that... whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep. Sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Oh, excuse me. They seem wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, they know if I fixed it, I'd just kick it off again. That poor assistant. Talking about, what's her name? Penny. Okay, so this is all just, actually, just in case. That's the same. Okay, that's all the same. Anybody in here? Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! That took a long while for that to load. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of a hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He said he'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? He's falling asleep. I know, it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. Just sweep it under the table. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. There we go.
Take that!
And this is... a fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love to steal samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I don't think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me, what is it that Global Studios is so intent on hiding? Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. Oh, and that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen if his career, to his career if word got out. I see. You know, who knows more about it? You knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. I like to think he still yells his objections, hold it and take these even out of court with your everyman portrayal. He was like, hey, excuse me, can you take a look at this? Take that! And she was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Alright. I think it's more of just like talking to people rather than finding anything new. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. He's starting to froth at the mouth of that, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? She's got rabies. Let's just talk to her. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told you? Who'd you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny That's her name. Puns. Word puns. Okay, let's go. The assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dragging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I do. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used the pills on Powers?
Take that!
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay. You win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see. Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. Silenced or had killed. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here. Take this. Huh? Look at this photograph. Oh! The thing that was bent on the trailer. The fence post. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight the bad guy at the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell on the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. I bet you the way that guy died is the same way Jack died. This is why we don't do spikes on wrought iron fences. Yeah, exactly. Every time I walk by those fucking things, I get a chill up my spine. Oh, even more so after watching that episode of Angel Heart. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. And then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. 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 Huh? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My fake blood speaks to me! I know it! I know it! Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Hold on, is he in there? Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on the high from getting that rare card she needed. Okay. Maybe show her the photograph. Yeah, there's the bent post. Some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Okay. Ma'am. She's not even looking. Where? Uh-oh, what? Where did you get that? Old bag. Old? She means that security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick? Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer? The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Are you high, ma'am? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Maya, would you give us a moment? Nick, she went inside the trailer. I know. Stay there. I will deal with this. You came. Oh, I'm just getting started. God dang it! Okay. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So, I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I told you to stay outside, Maya. I mean, sure it was an accident, but you used it to track Mr. Hammer down right from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Did you kill him? God, even that's delayed. Alright, whatever, I'm not gonna do these. Where's this? Oh, no wonder. This thing's not even, Alright, whatever. Mafia hit? Probably. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh. Well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys! Yes, boss? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. I'm just gonna go. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a Duh, sure thing, boss. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Those guys didn't even bother. It's like, oh god, it's the cops. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. I was just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've always wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? That's an interesting question, Phoenix. Okay. D. Vasquez. Here we go again. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of this crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call upon people present on in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. I mean, his name is Edgeworth. We're calling your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer for Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please get to court for testimony concerning the dead murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. Phoenix. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have one question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. Hmm? There's a van in Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. Oh. What's the scariest plant in the forest? Bamboo! I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Hold it!
By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop at the stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Used to be rehearsal afterwards when we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright.
Hold it!
And what were you doing at the time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. I will hit my desk as many fucking times as I want to. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss, but I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Indeed.
Hold it!
Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. Find some evidence and prove that she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, you find anything? Kind of wish she said a little more. Oh, okay. I think I got it.
Objection!
Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. Oh, what's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. A plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on their plates. The plates were bare! Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too! No. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. Then
What was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order? Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And Hero is worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Miss Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Because it wasn't the murder weapon. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Huh? Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What?
What are the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Take that!
Wrong, Mr. Wright.
But I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough. I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence.
I can sense it too with my fate. But Maya, what the heck? Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Stop judging me. Right, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. The spear itself? Maybe?
Take that!
I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? Oh, are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, and pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Yeah, there you go. I jumped the gun. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can be sometimes unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see Miss Murder Weapon then.
There we go. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have this order, this child would be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is all this about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Huh? Mr. Wright, continue.
It was 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence, just like Mr. Hammer had done himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer,
he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho. Oh ho ho ho. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you in my writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died on the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting in the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Huh? Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards when we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course, Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget, they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win. Awkward. So what happens next? Huh? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... Vasquez, so it was you! You killed Jack Hammer! Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right? But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What?
Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course. It's as the witness says. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but, there is no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure? Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do we do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify? Again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn! Damn! It's come so far only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Your Honor, I request the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes. Indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo. Vis-a-vis. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body?
After they found the body!
Very well.
This Edgeworth's been more well-rounded. Your Honor, I want Miss Vasquez to hold her butt against me.
Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one who said he always gets a guilty verdict? Well, it doesn't have to be necessarily Mr. Powers that gets the guilty verdict. After all that... Edgeworth. I was with Sal and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
After no issue is raised by this testimony, Mrs. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Pump her for that information. Right. Body. Wait, what about Sal?
Hold it!
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. You expect me to be calm? I don't know, ma'am. You've been quite calm for quite a long time. You certainly seem calm enough when I accuse you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I'll have to agree with the defense on this one. Or Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting on location. No one noticed he was missing. Ouch! Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
Twist dick! The old dick twist! That has to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone that they didn't require questioning. She was asking for the script. She wouldn't have had it. This script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. No, I'm not buying it. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue.
Oh. Your Honor. I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Huh? Look, Edward's gonna be the one at twisting.
Order. Order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe it. Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any scenes, so I left him. Wait, no, Hammer wasn't injured? It was Powers. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the rector. You have to find something to peg this on her. Everything we've done now until now would have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers! What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Huh? I already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg, too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Oh.
And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to be after he put on... It had to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Huh?
Order! Order! I will have order.
Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. Now I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? And there is a reason it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Yeah, picture. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
Take that!
This is my proof.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case is currently up for trial. Began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day as Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here, yet you've only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez and not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
She didn't. It was Jack Hammer. She had no motive, Your Honor.
Wasn't that now?
It was Mr. Hammer was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
Was that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What?
What?
Oh, what?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. And then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, you broke your pipe. 。 . 。  . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . 。 . . So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please, don't die. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's these Vasquez?
I'm getting flashbacks to something that took place. In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. That's right.
Yes, Your Honor?
It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, that's all right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Yay!
That is all. Court is adjourned.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that now. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Fame. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because...
Take that!
Shoves the book in his face. Take that! It's because you're the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. You'd have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I feel like it's all... I'm just glad.
You sound like the cowardly lion. I was thinking that too, but I'm not good at doing that one. I haven't practiced that kind of voice yet.
I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP.
Oh,
thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and...
Huh?
Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick! Edgeworth!
Oh.
say something right. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if he hadn't stepped in. Yeah, pleased to meet you. I'm, Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet? Again? However, in retrospect, it would not have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. What's going on here? Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You've listened to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. I'm sensing a lot of interesting tension between these two. I don't know if that's intentional or it's just something going on, but I feel like a lot of fan fiction has been written just from this interaction. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends as if? They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feel I am missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Okay, fine, we dated. It was just a curious phase. And so, the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back into making kids shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine. I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real real Will Powers. Yes. Pink Princess, warrior of little old Tokyo. And that is episode 3. Episode 4, Turnabout Goodbye. So we'll start that tomorrow. Nope. Just gonna close that right now. So yeah, that'll be it for tonight, and we'll start episode 4 tomorrow. So thank you all for watching and joining me for this conclusion of episode 3, Turnabout Samurai. I was like, what, 3 sessions worth? That was a long one. I wonder how long this one will take me. But yeah, continue that tomorrow. Wednesday and Friday will continue to be more control. Depending on which one of those I finish first, The next Let's Play will either be, depending on whichever I have first, Mortal Kombat 1 or Resident Evil 4 Remake Separate Ways. Separate Ways is going to be coming out next week, if I remember correctly. Either next week or... hold on. When is... Is it next week or this week? Could have sworn I posted it somewhere. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, it's coming out soon. If I remember correctly, I think that trial caps out the average runtime of trials. Maybe 5 is longer, but that's because I took a long time with it. Okay. So there's 5 altogether. The 21st? Okay, so that's coming out like this week. So I'll probably buy that first, and I'll probably do that next. Because I don't have Mortal Kombat 1 yet. And I'm going to get the physical copy for that. But yeah, that'll be the plan for now. And probably after either of those are done, we'll spin for the next one. And the list is on there, on my list of games. First game has 5. Don't remember the other 2 games. Okay. And the 5th one was the one that was like added, right? But where was I? Yeah, that'll be the plan for those for the next foreseeable future. So yeah, go for the DS. Okay, so DS and any subsequent version. So yeah, we'll take it from there. Anyways, we got links here. First one will take you to the Lazy League Discord. There you can be able to find the rest of us, such as Oh Hey Mike K, the Batgwin, and Gummed Off the Gray, and many others at our circle. Come hang out with us, come be lazy with us. A lot of fun stuff that goes on there. News, watch parties, tabletop gaming, other stuff, events, and all that in between. A lot of great things to do. The second link will take you to the sister site for this channel, which I finally updated. I do have to keep up to date with the archive playlists though, but they are there, so I gotta double check to make sure they actually work. But yeah, all the Let's Plays that I have planned, my archive from all the past 9 years, and if you got any questions, comments, or concerns that you would like me to know about, or any suggestions that you might have for me for future Let's Plays or Retro Nights, head on over to the contact page and shoot them out to me over there. Alternatively, you can also scroll down below or off to the side, depending on which platform you're watching from, to catch to find other links, as well as such as one to the Twitter page. We can be able to reach out to me for that, as others to help support the channel, and other users or streamers who aren't connected or affiliated with the Lazy League that I personally like to watch and follow. Check them all out whenever you can. They're all great. Again, thank you for joining me tonight. It was rather short, I know, but I started late, but I think I pretty much finished on time, more or less. Yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for more Ace Attorney, starting episode 4. What was it? Turnabout Goodbyes? Yeah. Until then, take care, love and hype. Life is good. Good night, everyone.